Don't be ashamed of your heritage. Don't be ashamed of your color. Don't be ashamed of your hair. I am black and beautiful and not ashamed to say it.
Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariana. As you guys can see by the title, I will be talking about unpopular opinions. Okay, so these are all my opinions, you guys, so please don't come at me, okay, in the comments. Go ahead and make sure you guys subscribe to my channel if you guys are new here, and welcome to my page. I hope you guys stay and enjoy the content. So the first one that we're going to get into is good hair. Good hair has just floated around in my life as far as just hearing it from so many different people, not about my hair personally, but just about what good hair is versus bad hair. And this has gone on literally probably since I was little, and I'm 27 years old. But good hair has gone around as this stigma that you have to have a certain type of textured hair in order for it to be considered good hair. And that is so not true. I guess, you know, I think the thing has been, this has been a stigma that has been around for ages, where we think that hair that lays down better, edges that lay down better, hair that just doesn't have too much maintenance to it, the detangling process is not as bad. These are all reasons why people might think you have good hair versus bad hair.
During slavery, a hierarchy emerged where there was a status attached to having more European features. Those with these features, including looser textured hair, while still denied access to basic human rights, sometimes had more opportunity. Chemical hair straightening products for black people gained popularity. It was seen as one of the few avenues that could provide financial empowerment to black women at a time when those opportunities were practically non-existent. It led people to believe that their black hair wasn't beautiful the way it was.
And there is no good hair versus bad hair. It's just the type of healthy hair that you have and the healthy hair that somebody else has. Literally, like I hear this so much, and it's basically pushing loose textured hair where your curls are not tight or your curls are not making your hair extremely short. That's what's making your hair good hair. And it's like, that's crazy to me. Like, that's absolutely crazy that the fact that we think that the hair texture and the curl pattern makes you think that you have good hair or bad hair. I've said it in a video before, and I'm gonna say it right here again. Good hair is healthy hair. And I don't know how else to say it, but good hair is healthy hair. You know, it doesn't matter what type of hair, what color your hair is, any of that. It's just you having healthy hair, meaning that you don't have as many split ends, or you don't have as much heat damage, you don't have too much color damage, or whatever processing that you do to your hair. You're keeping it healthy while doing those styles. This next one is very interesting because people do think that black women cannot grow long hair, and I'm here to say that ain't true, baby. Look, I don't know why people think that black people can't grow long hair. I think it's because maybe we you know, back in the day we grew up with afros, which made our hair shrink a lot, but doesn't mean that it's not long. But people really don't know that. I mean, people really don't know that. People really don't know how long your hair is until you straighten it if you're black and you have very tight coiled hair. So yeah, people will definitely think that we can't grow long hair because of how our hair is when it's in its natural state. Another unpopular opinion is that straightening your hair even one time can damage your hair. It can. My hair literally could be heat damage, you guys. It could be heat damage after me straightening it this time. You would never think that because it's like, dang, how many times does she actually straighten her hair for it to be damaged? But you guys, you have to think about the different factors of how much heat are you putting in your hair? How many passes are you doing when you straighten your hair? How many times are you putting heat back in your hair after you get it done? These are all things that matter for having heat damage. And I don't think we all, you know, really look into all of these things. It's like, dang, I just re-straightened these bangs last week twice, and now I'm about to re-straighten them again. That's heat damage, you know, and it's definitely viable for your hair to not be able to curl back up. And that happens, you know. That's another unpopular opinion, y'all. Once the curl is damaged, you can't revert it. That's my opinion, baby. That's my opinion, because I lived with long damaged hair for a while. And it wasn't like all of the hair was just damaged, but it definitely was, you know, the ends of my hair was straight. The rest of it was curly, and it looked disgusting. It looked like a wet dog.
This is my hair wet.
To be honest, once the curl is damaged, it's pretty much damaged because of the fact that you're killing the hair. Hair grows just like a plant. Anything that wants to grow, you need water, you need nutrients, and it'll continue to grow and sprout. But when it's dead, it's dead. The hair is dead. So that's why we do say to cut it off. I know there's people out there that believe in trying to revert something that's already damaged and dead, but I've never seen it work. Personally, I've never seen it work for my hair. And I definitely would have done that 5 years ago, was keep the long hair that I had in order to just try to revert the damaged hair. But it is what it is. Like, when it's damaged, it's damaged. You can't go back. You can't go back. This next unpopular opinion will be very interesting because it's not having baby hairs on every freaking style that you wear. They have been around for ages. Before my time, in the generation of when my mom was younger, they were wearing baby hairs. It wasn't probably as popular as it is today, but it was still popular. So baby hairs are something that just gives you a different type of look, I would say, to your style. And it's not needed. I don't think that people have to cut their hair in order to try to get baby hairs just so they can get that style. But you know, you're gonna do what you wanna do.
I have seen division or just commentary on how if you have finer hair, then your edges are gonna lay a certain way, and if you have coarser hair, they're not gonna lay as slick. And to me, it's kind of disheartening at certain points, because I feel like now we're finding a new topic to discuss and a new thing to nitpick at, where it's like, oh, well, my edges aren't slick enough or my edges aren't smooth enough. And it's like, just do what works best for you. Like, honestly, find your lane, and as long as it works for you and as long as you feel comfortable, then that's really all that should matter.
When you think about baby hair, you think, oh, like, you have to look professional, so you know, lay your edges.
Working in corporate America, you know, you just don't want to deal with the questions all the time about your hair constantly. It can become very overwhelming. For me, I just want to be free and organic. I want to do with my hair however I feel in the morning. So when I wake up and I want my hair to look presentable, it's really for Janay. It's not really for anyone else. Like, I want to look good for myself and feel good. So we as Black women should be empowered to leave our homes and not feel like we have to live according to society's standards about how our hair should look.
Definitely just remember, you don't have to have swooped edges every single time you go out with a bun, or if you do your hair natural, like just anything. You do not have to have swooped edges. That's just something that I feel like we have conditioned ourselves to thinking that our hair isn't pretty unless our baby hairs are laid. Like, I think that's something that we have tried to make ourselves believe. And I used to think, I really honestly never thought that baby hairs had to be a part of my styles, but I did think it gave it a little bit of boost because I like the look. So if you like the look, that's fine, but don't think you need it in order to make it seem like your hair is done. Like, please don't. Like, if you guys look closely, I don't have nothing on my edges. I only have probably something right here, which I did the other day, but I don't wear that every day. I don't, because it's not needed. First of all, you have to really wash it out every time you wear it. If you really want to wear edge control every single day or every other day, you have to wash it out. Most of us don't wash it out. Like, I mean, from the people that I've seen do it, and plus myself, I wasn't washing out my edges every single time. So I learned that you have to. The next one would be coconut oil does not work for everyone. Okay? I used to think that coconut oil was like the holy grail of good skin and hair growth, but it's not. After years of learning different things that will actually work for my hair and for things that does not, I realized that coconut oil does not work for everyone. It definitely does clog your pores for some people. It makes your scalp feel a little bit weighed down, as if you have a lot of product in it for certain people. So certain things don't work for everybody. You gotta find out what works for you, and that takes research. That takes actually trying out the products, going to buy them, and it will show you guys if it actually works for you. So don't go on YouTube and think that every single thing that I say or anybody else say will just automatically work for you, and if it doesn't, you get mad or upset. No, that's just not how our life works, because We're on here, you know, trying to tell you guys what works for us. And if it does work for you, if you want to try it out, then that's great. But if you find something else different that might work better for you, then that's better for you. Don't be mad that something that works for majority might not work for you. Don't be mad about that, because trust me, there's a lot of products out there that we can try out using, and it might just, you know, work personally for you more than others. So yeah, coconut oil just doesn't work for everybody. You know, people have complaints about irritation, weighing down their hair, just a lot of different things that I've heard. So okay, it works for some people, it grows some people's hair, okay, but you have to try out things and see what works for you personally. Another one, not everyone wants to actually have long hair, and that's fine. Like trust me, having long hair is dedication, I would say, because you have to try to keep it healthy. You have to try to keep it long and growing. You have to, you know, be consistent in doing different things with your hair so that it doesn't mat up or doesn't, you know, get tangled up. And that's just what happens when you have long hair. You have to do more maintenance with it. So not everybody wants that type of job. Like it takes a lot to take care of long hair, especially long natural hair. If it's not processed, like if it doesn't have a permanent, where it's not easily able to just be brushed, sometimes you might need to do a little bit more, and that's okay. Because not everyone, like I said, wants to have long hair. People love to tell me like, dang, if I had long hair like yours, I would never cut it off, and and it's like, sometimes I do be wanting to cut it off. It's always a different perspective, because you got to understand, like, certain people that grew up with something and haven't really seen or experienced something different, they will only have the experience with what they have basically experienced, you guys. So I've always kind of had long hair. I've never really had short hair until I cut it in 2017. And that's when I cut it to like a bob in my natural length. And so it was just very interesting to have hair that didn't go below my shoulders, but it wasn't bad that I didn't feel any different than having the longer hair. I know that it definitely was a different look. Obviously I look different because I didn't have hair just flowing down my back, but it's okay. I'm more for healthy versus how my hair looks. That's just what it is. Like I could care less that my hair is straight right now. I don't mind going in the shower and probably washing this out. So you don't have to push that long hair is the best hair. Long hair is great hair. Having no hair could be great hair. To be honest, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't have to have long hair to make it seem like you know how to take care of hair and things like that, because some people might grow long hair very quickly, but they're continuously cutting it because they like it at a certain length. You'll never know how long their hair grows, but they know how to grow it, you know what I'm saying? So another one is, there's no super hair growth oil out there, okay? And there's no super hair growth vitamin that I have seen. I only see results when I'm consistent, you guys. That's the only time I ever see results. I showed you guys, if you guys saw my last shorts on this page, I put up a YouTube short that explains the 3 oils that have grown my hair, and these are oils that I actually consistently have used. If you guys look at my videos, you might see them in the videos, but besides that, they're oils that I actually use consistently enough to be able to see results. If you don't do things consistently, then you really won't see the result. There was no way for my hair to grow back down to my bra strap if I wasn't being consistent with the products that I was using. And just another unpopular opinion, every product doesn't work for every natural. That's just not how it is. Cantu might not work as good as the main choice, might not work as good as Shea Moisture, might not work as good as Unjackies. That's just what it is. You got to figure out what actually works for you and your hair. So you're going to get recommendations by everybody. People out here just trying to help, okay? They see what might work for them, and they just want to help you out with just what might work for you. You know, I'm not one to tell you like, yeah, your hair is gonna grow down your back if you use this oil. No promises over here, okay? No promises. But what I will tell you is that I have had a good experience with this oil, so I do recommend it. but you have to see if it works for you. You have to be consistent. You have to follow the instructions on how to actually use the product. Not every oil is supposed to be a daily oil for your hair. Some oils are supposed to be in your hair for a little bit and you actually rinse it out. Like the Amla hair oil that I put in my short video, that's not an oil that you just use on a daily for your hair. You want to be able to wash that out of your hair as well, like use as a hot oil treatment, things like that. So just remember, do your research. That's the only way for you to really figure out what works for you, is by doing your research and trying things out. Another one would be type 4 hair is actually curly hair. Now, I've seen that people think that type 4 hair might not be curly hair because it's so tightly coiled, but we have different type of curl patterns. We have to understand that some curl patterns are shorter, meaning that they spring a lot longer, and some curl patterns are longer, so they're like this long and it's all curly but it's looser. So you have to understand there's so many different types of curl patterns out there for black people. Type 4 hair is actually curly hair. Just because it's tight does not mean it's not curly. Co-washing your hair. Okay, I know we all know about co-washing, y'all. Co-washing your hair is, I believe, from what I've noticed, it's not a cleanser. Okay, it's not a cleanser. I know we try to say, and I know I'm not a scientist, okay, I'm not a doctor or anything like that. This is just literally from a regular human being opinion. I have noticed that co-washing my hair just makes it feel way more moisturized than clean. I don't know if anybody else out there feels that way, okay, but I do know the difference in between my hair and my scalp actually being clean versus it feeling like it's just really soft and moisturized. That's how it feels after I co-wash, unless I use a shampoo after that. So co-washing, I feel, is just almost a different thing, almost the same as a pre-poo for me. Co-washing and pre-poos are almost the same thing because of the fact that it's just getting out all of that debris and the grease and the oil and the gels and the curling creams, everything that you have had in your hair for the past week or 2 weeks before you actually wash your hair. I believe that co-washing it will be able to get that stuff out. It doesn't actually clean your scalp, like make it squeaky clean. That's just from what I've noticed from my own hair. Now, we all have our different opinions and obviously our different experiences with doing these things. So let me know if it works different for you. Sometimes people might be able to say that co-washing does clean their hair and they don't have to use shampoos. But from my experience, and even if I said it's something different on my videos before, this is the new, okay? This is current. This is a current opinion. I do not think that co-washing cleanses your hair. So yeah, you guys, these are just some of the things that I have thought about within this natural hair community that I am trying to say that I'm a part of. No, but honestly, you guys, these are my opinions of different things that I've just noticed, and I just want to talk and openly have a conversation about it because there's so many different things that are thrown at you, like when you try to grow your hair or have natural hair or go on a natural hair journey or have a big chop. There's so many different things that you're going to hear. But the ultimate thing that you can do is find out what actually works for you. So no matter what I said in this video, remember, what works for you will work for you. If what I post on my channel does not work for your hair, it just doesn't work for your hair, and that's totally fine. You have to find something that actually works for your curls, works to keep your hair moisturized, works to actually grow your hair, you know? So if you find something different than what I've offered or what I've recommended, then that's just what it is. It doesn't mean that what I recommend is not something that works. Go ahead and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below about this video, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys. Bye.